Hi, beautiful. If my hair's messy, that's because I just meditated a few hours. Imagine closing your eyes for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour or two, so that you can, without using your senses, understand and feel the natural state of gratitude, being in the state of receivership. I was thinking about, prior to that, I was thinking about Michael Singer's books. I have read all his books, probably twice each. And I was thinking about his experiment with the surrender. Simply, completely opening your heart and watching things in the world and this life just unfold, right? You're in this world made of atoms. At least that's what the senses are telling you, even though everything's made of energy. But atoms are shifting, making changes in your life, right? Energy is affecting matter, and matter is affecting how your hologram looks. And if you are watching everything from the state of awareness, and you are the consciousness that is aware that you are aware of the world, that's what Michael Singer calls it. That's what Dr. Joe Dispenza, when he says in meditations, or when he says in his lectures, books, that be aware that you're aware. What happens in that state of being? What happens is that the consciousness has turned towards itself, awareness towards itself, which is the ultimate surrender, which is the ultimate state of being. That's what spirituality is about. That's what enlightenment is. When you stay in that state of pure consciousness, a state where you're so happy, you're so content that you don't even know how to ask for certain desires, because you feel so whole within you in that state of being. And in that state of being, things are just happening for you. You're becoming so one with source that the higher self is just doing things for you. People have spontaneous remission, spontaneous healings. Happened to me last year, the spontaneous healing. A lot of people, Robert and his wife, who I met in Dallas, and I met them in Mexico, and Robert was so grateful. He felt like a new man. He was just glowing. Him and I got quite emotional when I met him. He's just such an amazing. When you stay in this state of being, of just becoming pure consciousness, you see the world, everything around you in the world just changes. Everything in this world just becomes so much more beautiful, because you look at things differently. And as Dr. Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. When you observe things from a state of non-judgment, from a state of just pure consciousness, observing other consciousness, right? Nothing, you can get to a place where your heart stays open for indefinitely, where you just forget to close your heart when things happen and you just allow them to happen, right? Just allow things to happen. Everything's going to be fine. I'm here for a few years on earth. I'll be gone again. I'll be doing other things. I'll be doing something else. And why can't I just be happy and at peace with bliss no matter what happens? It is such a beautiful place to be. Have you ever looked forward to meditating? Have you ever spontaneously starting to just laugh out of nowhere? This bliss, that energy of love just takes over you. Have you ever had that happen? Or when you, have you ever looked at something and just gotten lost? You have completely removed your awareness from yourself onto something else. And you became so one with it that you forgot who you are for a moment. But you became just awareness. You know, when you remove your attention off of your body, onto the empty space, onto the void, onto the blackness, and the consciousness is slowly becoming aware of itself, and it's turning awareness towards itself. It's wild when that happens, when you're not meditating and your eyes are open and you're standing somewhere. It is wild when that happens. You know, it's quite odd for people to think that people meditate for hours a day. They're thinking, how do you get time? Don't you have kids? Don't you have work? It just happens. How busy was Michael Singer? The companies that he has started, the books that he has written, the communities that he has served and still serving, the whole temple, the whole place around the temple, all the land around it, where the only thing people go there for is to become one with everything, to become pure consciousness, to liberate themselves through mantras, silence. I saw people meditating in the fields. I saw people just doing walking meditation. I did a walking meditation there. I met him, chatted with him, chatted with his community members, met quite a few people that were just visiting from outside the country, all over the place. People fly in, and it's a very open place. You just walk in and you just, there it is. You know, the universal temple. Anybody can go. Everybody's welcome. You know, people have the yogis and shamans and people that have had retreats at his temple, this place. Such a wonderful, wonderful place. Just happy people. People that feel so content, so happy, so good. It's contagious. The same thing with the retreats, all kinds of retreats. You know, Tony Robbins people, Greg Braden people, Dr. Joe Dispenza's people, Michael Singer. Yeah. I was talking to one of the community members from Tokyo, and she loves being in the void so much she has no desires there. She's like, I don't know what I want to do, but all I know is I want to be there. That's what I want. I just want to be there in the void as pure consciousness, which is what that is. She didn't use that term, but I know what she's talking about. I know what she felt. So good. Pure surrender, guys. I don't know if you guys have read the book Surrender Experiment, but if you don't like reading books, listen to his lectures, watch his interviews, podcasts. Go meet him. If you can't meet him, you can at least meet his community members. I like the area. I liked that I was there. I was able to do a walking meditation in the wild, and lay down at the end, open my eyes, sky, and the green was different. Everything was just so different. Meditation was so good that afterwards it was just. I have learned to do that with my eyes open. But I just enjoyed doing it with my eyes closed too. But it's so much fun when you can get into a trance with your eyes open. You can just feel so much love. You just want to do something. Want to tell people. Just want to share it. That's when I'll pick people from my community that are struggling with meditations, and I'll just keep them in my mind with my eyes closed. And I just want to connect with them and give them all the healing energy, the love energy that I can possibly give. So I do. I do private coherence healings on people too. The love we give away is the only love we get to keep. The more we serve people, the more you're serving yourself. The more positive and kind and patient you become to other people, the more you're doing the same to yourself. There's nothing you can do to other people without doing that exact same thing to yourself. That's how it works. Everything is a boomerang. Yeah. Liberate yourself. Understand and explore the existence that you are. Meet people that inspire you. Go meet people. Connect with people. I connect with authors all the time. I write to them. They write back to me. Great thinkers. All the time I connect with them. Just pick their brains. Something that was hard to do before the internet, but now you can attempt to reach anyone you want. They might not get back to you, but some will. I want to watch more than 1% of the world find heart coherence, find the coherence between the brain and the heart, have this beautiful energy. And if that happens to even 1% of the world population, everything in the world will change. Every person in the world will change without knowing what just happened to them. They'll become more kind, they'll become more patient. They will start to heal themselves and each other. That's the law. It works. The experiment with CIA shows us that 1% of any fluid in a jar, if it's changed and it is made very coherent, the rest of the jar changes. Energy within the jar changes. All the molecules, the arrangement of the energy within them will change. And similarly, if 1% of the world's population can find it in themselves to do the work, to find that beautiful heart coherence, you open that heart and you just watch the world from the space of awareness with an open heart. You will never be the same again. Your energetic, electromagnetic destiny, your genetic destiny, you will change biologically. You will instantly feel the love that you have never experienced before. You realize that the love that you were looking for all your life is within you. You have infinite love hiding within you. Find it, feel it, become it. You just have to feel it once, and you will never be the same again. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I love you.